Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Advance Wars Days of Ruin. Things are starting to get interesting. Things are heating up a little bit between us, the soldiers, and some of the civilians. Jerkface Mayor dude, at least, tried to get us kicked out of the shelter after we have repeatedly risked our lives helping them. Thankfully, most of the civilians sided with us. Next up, it looks like we're going onward to a naval mission. The music has changed. Might have just missed it, but how come we're at this port? What is it we're looking for? I mean, I guess it would be a very short game if it was just, and then they made a new society in the shelter and lived happily ever after. So, clearly more has to happen. Oh, okay, I see. We're running out of food and more people are showing up. Okay, and now we've exceeded the capacity of the shelter. That would be a legitimate, difficult moral dilemma in some kind of post-apocalyptic situation. If you have found some kind of refuge where there's food and stuff, but it can only support a limited number of people, and yet more people keep showing up wanting to join the shelter, the refuge, and it's like you have a real, what's it called when every choice is bad? A Sophie's choice? Whereas like you either turn away the new refugees, probably condemning them to death, or you accept them, overburdening your refuge, possibly condemning everybody to death. No matter what you do, you're going to feel pretty horrible for doing it. Okay, it's not surprising that he has some amount of support. That guy's nothing but trouble. Alright, well that explains why we're out searching. It's a good reason. It's all the more difficult because the post-apocalyptic setting would make it pretty difficult to start setting up farms and trying to grow more food. I mean, I don't know, different competing bandit factions. You don't need nations to have wars, O'Brien. Yeah, exactly. Of course that would happen. Oh, that is a tiny map. Who is this guy? Cole. Interesting theme. I think this is Lynn's theme. Yeah, I know Lynn, thanks. Alright, so missile boat. Attacks enemy naval units and it's a transport. Okay. I think it's a direct fire unit. And what's this? Okay, a cruiser. Strong against air units and submarines and transports 2 helis. Sounds exactly like the Reboot Camp cruiser. Armed with just 1 missile. Oh, that's kind of funny. It really is. Ammo 1 out of 1. That's odd. And I don't see any ports to resupply, but we do have a mobile workshop, so we can resupply there. So I guess we don't really have to worry about the enemy cruiser, because we don't have any submarines or air units, so I don't know why the enemy even has this. Let's see. Let's bring in this missile boat to deal the finishing shot, I think. Oh, and I suppose I should check the conditions. The usual. Just reminding myself what all is in the menu. Okay. Alright, resupplied. I guess the enemy could have pre-submerged submarines, maybe? And we've got some landers. We're obviously going to need those to launch an invasion. Oh, and we need to protect coal here. Landers can hold 2 ground units. What? Okay, so in my headcanon, Lynn actually doesn't know much about landers, and she's just playing it off and saying, oh, I'll let Catley explain. Let's give her a chance. Alright, we do need to be specifically on beaches. Thanks for that reminder, actually. And is that what I think it is? Do we have a heavy tank? We have a heavy tank! Yes! Alright, that's a shoal. Disembark. To help these guys out just in case the enemy attacks them. Although, can they even attack them? That might have been pointless, because I don't think the enemy has any landers. So I don't see how they can threaten coal at all. Now that I actually bother to look. Doesn't look like there's any factories, so this is strictly a pre-deploy. Oh, I see. In addition to temporary airfields, the mobile workshops can build temporary ports. That's right. I'd forgotten that. Oh, that didn't go so great. Okay, so I stand corrected about cruisers. They're not just strong against submarines. They're also very strong against other naval units. I didn't realize that. I feel a little misled by the game here. I didn't think this thing was going to be a threat because of its description here. Okay, it's actually a huge problem then. I'm really struggling against it, in fact. Game, you misled me! You made it sound like that thing wasn't a threat to my surface ships. Oh, it's just a logjam here until we get rid of the enemy cruiser. They also have 2 more missile boats we haven't dealt with. I may have to do this mission more than once. This could be our first failure, perhaps. About to lose this missile boat. Yeah, we may have lost, because I did not know that that cruiser was going to be so hardcore. Oh, good grief. Should have been doing that from the start. But yeah, I think we've probably lost. Well, maybe not. I wish I could restart turn. I've screwed up a lot here. Partly because, again, feel a little misled by that cruiser description. Let's restart the level. I think I've messed it up pretty badly. Where was the yield? Here it is. Gee, thanks, Cole. I mean, I don't really need it. I know what I did wrong and what I need to do differently, game. That's fine. Skip. Skip. Okay. We now know that cruiser is a huge threat. And we don't want to get within its range. I know, thanks. It's so odd how they only have 1 missile, and then they need to reload. In any case, obviously, first thing we gotta do is build a temporary port here. That much is clear. And then maybe immediately land some forces here and start attacking. I don't think we really need to worry about landing forces here to help Cole. That's not the concern. Sorry, Cole, but I just don't think you're really going to come under threat. Alright, yes, come to me. Good, you got resupplied by being next to the mobile workshop. So if 2 missile boats get first strike against a cruiser, how do they fare? Let's find out. First one is basically an even exchange. Second one sinks it. Beautiful. Good, now we can repair and reload. And then we'll be able to take out the other 2 missile boats. Ah, just out of range. Let's get our tanks in on the action. I do like the dragon symbol that our allies get. It's pretty cool. All of the different symbols are quite cool, really. Okay, they're coming for us. Definitely get the heavy. Seems like a no-brainer. Bazooka with first strike on a recon should do very well, I think. Alright, and then you can sit there and be a blocker while I get my tanks into position. Well, the enemy's recon is also blocking, so just kind of blocking going on all around. And I believe our temporary port is completed. Let's go ahead and repair and reload. Well, I think just repair for now. Oh, I should have moved this down to here so I could just park guys next to it for reloading. That was silly. Oh, let's not... Oh! This guy can attack the lander. I don't think that matters, though, right? Oh! That's... Geez, sorry. I forgot that the missile boats are also transports. So, to some extent, I do need to maybe help protect Cole. Although, I would think that a tank and an infantry can handle a single bazooka. You would better be able to handle that, Cole, or you're really useless. Anyway, I definitely made another mistake by not putting this mobile workshop here so I could just park the missile boat next to it. I don't think it actually matters that much, though, now that I think about it. Might cost me maybe one turn. Okay, so it's safe to move here. May want to just drop off a single infantry to help out Cole here. Not sure I have much more use for these landers. I guess I could deliberately make a target of it. Hope the enemy wastes ammo shooting it with its very limited ammo missile boats. Wonder why he didn't attack with his tanks. What are you doing, Cole? Guess it doesn't really matter. Alright, this is going well now. I am in range of the artillery, but what can you do? Can I park a lander in the enemy's temporary port? That seems cheeky and amusing. Well, if I can actually get this in, I could go for a sneaky HQ capture, too. Yes. There's more than one way to skin a cat, as that awful saying goes, because I like cats. Alright, that'll do. There you go. That's how it's done, Cole. Logical choice. Alright, get in there and sink one of these missile boats, or at least severely damage it. Now that you're full strength, you move in. Your turn for repairs. Alright, we lost one missile boat, but that's okay. Now the enemy's missile boats have no more ammunition. So strange, a one-shot attack boat. Alright, good, this is going well. 22%, considering how hurt it is, that's... Okay, wow, it sank it. Our tank's better against ships, at least some ships in this, than they were in Reboot Camp. Kind of seems like it. I guess you can head back and cap this just for fun. Alright. We're about to win either by HQ capture or by routing the enemy. Route victories are more satisfying. Nice. You are one emo boy. Track. You're one to talk, emo boy. Seriously, the amount of emo that just oozes out of track here. Oh wow, over 100 points and everything. Look at us go. Well, I had to restart that one because I misunderstood what cruisers were like and didn't realize that it would absolutely wreck my missile boats. But other than that, a fairly easy mission. Did take a little thought on the best way to approach it. Hey Cole, I hope you're less of a jerk face than some of the other guys we've rescued. Like that guy from Top Gun, that Top Gun reject, and the mayor. Sigismundo. Join some pointless war. Of course it was. It's always the other side that started the war, right? The legendary General Carter. People only thought that he got killed in that failed gunboat strike on the Nod base. I mean, never mind. You are starting to make a more compelling case. Where did you get all of these supplies? I mean, as much as it sucks to engage in a pointless war, his case is not without merit. Alright, well we got our first taste of Days of Ruined naval combat. It feels pretty different from Reboot Camp naval combat because cruisers are actually good against other surface ships instead of not being able to attack them at all. The missile boats are completely new and very strange. One-shot attack boat. 24. We are unlocking these extra missions in such a random order. First one we got was, what, like 36? So next episode we might go on to the next story mission, or we might do a diversion and go to this extra mission here, this mission 24. We'll see. I'll make up my mind in the interim. Either way, I'll see you then.